So I'm here in Clark waiting for my flight to Bangkok. If I ever do this again, I am definitely going to exit in Clark. This is a really nice airport. Manila, Terminal 3 is a little better. This is super nice. My flight is in a few hours here. So I went to check my baggage and get my boarding pass with Cebu Pacific, my least favorite airlines. More weirdness, I mean, piss smelling planes. It's not the cheapest. I mean, you can go Air Asia, frankly, that's cheaper. I've had a hard time even buying a ticket on that airline, but it's crazy. The cheaper you go, the crazier the experience, frankly. And Cebu Pacific is crazy. There are definitely two classes. You know, if you're Filipino, Filipinos are bypassing the cost of checking luggage or paying the Go Easy plan, which gets you 10 kilos by doing multiple carry-ons. If I tried that, they would definitely charge me. The cost for my ticket, $198. Cebu Pacific also decides it wants to act like the ATM scam at checkout and ask you if you want to check out in US dollars or let your bank set the conversion. Overall, just a very scammy airline. Out of all three, I guess I've had the same amount of negative experiences, including PAL's call center trying to charge me $50 when it ended up being no fee. And then a month later, getting a call from their corporate office in New York. Once I turned them in for it, but land in Bangkok about 10-11 tonight. I am again kind of releasing these videos on a delay. I don't have a plan, frankly. Like I talked about in my earlier video, this is the last ditch effort. I have a hole in my schedule. I am, the comments ask what I do. I'm going to go more into that. It's not a secret per se, but it is part of the story as to why I'm dealing with work and working remotely and the problems that I'm having. However, I mean, I have clients that watch the channel, frankly, and I make highly personal videos, going to be more personal as these continue. That's what I want to do. I mean, frankly, I want to take and tell the story. I mean, it's more interesting to tell this story than, oh, hi, I'm a foreigner expat traveling around Asia, high five, it's great. If you come to Asia, I mean, certainly seen, talked to many foreigners that brought a lot of money to Southeast Asia and weren't ready and have dealt with what I'm dealing with currently. That is staying long term in Asia and faced with funds being short, maybe returning, bank cards, just a wide range of things that may force you to return. Also, I talked earlier about do I buy a ticket to the United States? I mean, tickets were pretty cheap to the United States with pretty short notice. I mean, literally, I could have probably bought a ticket $6.50, depending on the day. Of course, midweek's a lot cheaper, weekends a little less. I was out in Iloilo, so I have to pay for that leg. And then, of course, the airlines in the Philippines are much more aggressive because there's only a few carriers. After the pandemic, they didn't continue with many of the routes. Some of the Chinese carriers, the routes that were before, kept the prices low because they were willing to take you at much cheaper. I took like Shaman Air for $300. If you're willing to fly into China, you will save a lot of money. Also, there are, Japan Air, Korean Airlines. What they want to do is take you to Korea. They want to take you to Japan and make a few extra bucks off you, sitting in the terminal, and then take you to your destination. I got a pretty good price on the Korean airline when I came last time. I think Danny and I paid $700 each, somewhere in there. When I flew home, one shot, I think it was 7 or 8. Those are on the high side. But it was looking like I probably could have went home in, I don't know, 6. If I was willing to buy a ticket to Manila for about $40-50, and again, this all has to do with how long, before you leave. Short notice, probably going to pay $80. If you give about a week's notice, you could probably get as low as $30. But if you're traveling heavy, which I am not, because of course most of my clothes sweated out. I mean, it's not worth bringing 30% of what I had back to the United States. I left a good amount of the stuff that I had behind in Iloilo. I don't know if I'm going to be able to return, frankly. I have no idea what is next. The one good thing about Bangkok is is a lot more competitive. A good example of this is the videos I made on PAL Airlines. They want $800 to $1,200 for the LAX Express, the nonstop to LAX. If I book that same flight from Bangkok, it's half price. Why? Because there's multiple airlines, and I would like to avoid landing in LAX, frankly, because I have to book onward travel from there. From Bangkok, I could get straight into Las Vegas, Dallas, Chicago. So it gives me more options where I would say for the most part, from Philippines, Seattle, San Francisco, and LAX. I think there's a New York one as well. Probably a layover in San Francisco. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you. Questions and comments below. If you stayed this long, exit in Clark. It's better. Very little wait. Very nice airport. Very, very nice. It was a good buy on the ticket. Very little desk here that I'm sitting at. Very comfortable. All the seating very comfortable. So it was and good food options. The food is terrible in Manila for international airport of its size. So there's that. Questions and comments below. I'll catch you on the next video.